Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. One question coming through from our Daily Mirror online readers at the moment is, in light of the recent events on national security, which is of the highest priority to most citizens and tourists of this country, should you be elected, what national security policy would you map out? And could you elaborate on your policy for national security?
I sincerely believe that the subject of national security should be looked at from a very broad perspective. From the details that I have ascertained as a student of international relations, and through my experience of interning in the US Senate for 2.5 years and working with the Foreign Relations Committee, Senate Armed Services Committee, and Senate Intelligence Committee. So through my educational experience, I would look at national security from a very broad perspective. If you look at the various interpretations and connotations that are given today by a lot of people in the political arena, they try to restrict national security into a singular area, military security interest. I honestly believe military security interest is one of the main priorities. But surely there are other aspects. You have to look at and focus on economic security, political security, social security. So there are several aspects and perspectives that one has to look at. As far as national security is concerned, and more particularly military security, I think we have to focus on a speedy modernization process for our armed forces, provide them with the most appropriate training in order to face up to the challenge of modern day terrorism, cyber security issues included. It is of great importance that we ensure that the morale of the armed forces are kept at a high level. We have to have a motivated security force that would be capable of facing the security exigencies that we would face in this modern day globalized world. Now, in addition to the military security aspect, I think we have to look at economic security. When, for example, our export destinations are confined to 2 or 3 countries, I'm talking about the vast majority of exports, and if they are confined to 2 or 3 countries, there I see a deep national security threat. We see economic vulnerabilities creeping in to our country. If we are unable to diversify our export destinations, 2 or 3 countries or groups of countries, they may be able to dictate our political agenda. It might enable them greater room to maneuver, to decide on the specifics of our national priorities. Now, similarly, we have to look at political social security. We have to ask the question, if our country is divided and extremism, xenophobia and discrimination is perpetuated, is that in the interest of national security? If certain sections of our society feel unsafe, if they feel insecure, if insecurity they feel is filtered down to national security and national insecurity, here I think is a major problem as far as our national security strategy is concerned. I think social harmony, togetherness, eradicating xenophobia, extremism, dogmatism would certainly enhance the national security of our country. So, basically speaking, we have to have a broad outlook, an overarching approach when we deal with national security. And I have to say, I think I possess the necessary knowledge and the acumen to have a modern day national security strategy for our country.